I want this one today. Toxic parents, let's go. Don't have kids if you cannot accept that children will grow into a whole person with their own thoughts, ideologies, sexuality, preferences, beliefs, and values. No child should be forced and conditioned into a mini you or fulfill your lost dreams. Don't have kids if that's your plan. Stop making children just to have a mini version of yourself so you can live vicariously through them. That is toxic as heck. You should raise your child to be their own person and to be a nice person. That's the only thing you should really try to do, is make them not a jerk. But besides that, don't tell them what to do. Like what kind of career to get, what sexuality they need to have, religion. That is their own business and you need to be okay with that. Your only job is to not birth the next Ted Bundy, okay? Why don't parents get this? Parents are like, you should be grateful. I only traumatized you half as much as my parents did to me. You shouldn't be traumatizing me at all. Even though it's only half, it's still a lot. Like it might not be as much to you, but it's everything you put me through for my whole childhood, so it's still traumatizing. Oh my God. Comment below if you're going through something like this. I am so sorry. Having a toxic mom is literally so hard. Like that person should be your comfort and your safe place. Yeah, they make you feel like you're walking on eggshells and jump down your throat about everything. You want to come to them for help, but you don't even bother after a while. That is so sad. Like, your mom is your mom. She should kind of be your best friend, but also not like actually your best friend. Like you need a healthy boundary of like, they're also your parent, but you're comfortable enough around them to where you can talk to them like a friend, you know? You shouldn't have to lie to them. Some of y'all seem to forget that children are just small people trying to figure out the world. Yeah, people expect a lot out of children. Like, they get surprised when children act like children. They're allowed to have breakdowns. They're allowed to not like things. Allowed to have a hard time. Because they're trying to figure out this world. And it is not easy. Adults still can't figure it out. How do you expect a toddler to do it? Stop expecting children to handle their emotions when y'all can't yourselves. Like, teachers will get so mad and call a parent in for a meeting and say, oh, your 2-year-old son is acting out. He can't pay attention in class. He's being rowdy. He won't listen. He's a toddler. He doesn't know. It's your job to help teach him how to act right in public. Don't be a kindergarten teacher if you can't handle children acting like actual children. Like, they'll say kids have like ADHD when they're just acting like a normal kid. Like, trust me, I get it. Some of them actually have ADHD, but not all of them, just because they're being a little rowdy and they can't pay attention. If you ever have a valid point in an argument, then you're automatically a disrespectful, ungrateful child. No, I'm allowed to disagree. That is a human emotion. That means I have my own thoughts. You should praise a kid for that. As long as they're not being rude and screaming at you, if your kid brings up a valid point and they're questioning something that you're telling them, that's them trying to figure something out. They're figuring out the world, all that crap. Don't get mad at them for that. You're not God. They don't have to obey everything you say. Why do parents get mad when you sleep all day? Like, I'm staying out of trouble and I'm not spending your money. Like, what's the issue here? Okay, seriously, why do parents have such a problem with kids just doing nothing? Like, just relaxing, being at peace, having some quiet time to themselves. What if they're meditating? What if they had a bad day or something crazy happened and they just need a minute to process it? I do that sometimes, where I literally just sit on the floor in a room by myself, no noise, no distractions, and I just think. Sometimes it's necessary. The fun of family reunions died when we grew up and realized just how terrible our relatives actually are. Yeah, you start hearing all the drama and how everyone actually feels about each other, and you see how they put on, a whole fake personality when the little kids come around. And then when they leave, they start talking smack about each other. It's kind of like how when you grow up and you go to Disney World, it's not as magical because you just know everything now. I respect my parents, but once you get to a certain age, you can't let them control your life. Period. You're allowed to be your own person. How many times do I have to say this? I never want my kids to mess up and think, Dad's gonna kill me. I want their first thought to be, I need to call my dad. Parenting with fear isn't parenting at all. It's tolerating a child's presence until they are old enough to mind themselves. Let's talk about it. Yeah, my dad would tell me, like when I was a young teenager, and he said, I obviously don't want you to drink because you're underage, but if you ever do go to a party and you get drunk, then you need to call me so I can come pick you up, and then we will deal with the rest of the situation the next day. And from then on, I knew that my dad would always be there for me because he just wants me to be safe. That's the first priority, and then deal with the consequences. Our parents really don't know us. Sad part is they're convinced they do. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. They know the version of you that they tried to mold as you grew up. But once you leave home for a few years, you are going to change completely. If you leave your hometown, if you stay, I don't know, you might stay the same. But if you actually leave, go off, live your life for a while, you're going to completely change as a person. You will not recognize yourself. If the high school version of me could see me now, she would laugh at me, honestly. She would make fun of me and judge me. I made fun of this version of me that I am currently. A lot of parents were their children's first bully. Wow, that hurts. Oh my gosh. It's like your home is supposed to be home, you know, your safe place. Somewhere you can go when you just need a break, you know? You shouldn't dread going home unless you got detention and you have to tell your parents, then yeah, you walk extra slow off the bus. According to a study, strict parents can turn their kids into more effective liars because children who are afraid to tell the truth learn more deceptive behaviors to avoid getting in trouble. That is so true. I can be pretty good at lying, not gonna lie. Adults think it's disrespectful when you don't let them disrespect you. Yeah, it's like you get old enough to where you can actually think for yourself a little bit. That's different for everybody. It could be young, old, whatever. But you finally get to the point where you're like, you're not gonna disrespect me just because I'm your kid. That doesn't sound right to me. It doesn't feel right. Like, respect goes both ways, you know? You gotta give it to get it. Your child isn't sulking because they're immature. It's because when they try to communicate their thoughts and feelings meaningfully, you punish them. So many parents get so mad when kids speak their mind and it's not 100% praise for their parenting. Like, even if you're a good parent, you're gonna make mistakes. And if your kid calls you out on it, don't get mad, okay? I know it's gonna hurt probably, but take the criticism and calm down and don't punish me for telling you that I'm not okay with this behavior. You just want your kid to sit there quietly and be sad all the time? That's depression. You're 18, your parents can't tell you what to do anymore. First of all, I'm not white. That is such a true stereotype for a lot of white teenage boys. I see all those videos where they cuss out their mom and I'm just like, no. If you're 18 and you still live at home, to my parents, it was, you know, you live under my roof, you live by my rules. So if you still live at home and you're an adult, you probably still have to listen to your parents, okay? That's called respect because they're still giving you a place to stay when they aren't even legally liable for you anymore. They can kick you out, no legal repercussions. They have no responsibility for you anymore, but decent parents will let you stay at home for as long as you need to. People go to their family when they're sad and rely on them for support? What the heck? I swear, I had, a pretty healthy childhood. I can't imagine what it's like for people that go through this every day. I just broke the corgi. I mean, I didn't break it, but it's attached right here and I was spinning it and this side broke. No. Oh, there's a hole now. Crap. I hate my life. Parents. Kids are more depressed these days. I wonder why. You destroyed the economy for us. The earth is literally dying because y'all don't care about the environment. We are going to work until we die, and on top of that, the Nazis are back. But parents be like, no, it's not that. It's those dang iPhones. You look at those phones too much. It's making you depressed. No, it's you, honey. In a toxic family system, the black sheep is often just the person who sees through everyone's bullcrap. They call everyone out and they say, I'm not okay with this. And then all of a sudden, you're the black sheep. They ostracize you and just say, you're the bad person. You're the bad egg. You need to leave. And then they wonder why you never come to Christmas anymore with the whole family. Family, why are you like this? Why did you emotionally abuse and neglect me my whole life? Every time I hang out with you guys, you insult me and say I'm a mistake and I'm doing everything wrong. What do you expect? Literally every time I see my grandpa, the first thing out of his mouth is something about my weight, usually calling me fat. When your mom tells you not to touch anything in the store, I'm gonna touch it. Yeah, I have the temptation now. Like, what's gonna happen if I do, huh? We're in the middle of Walmart. What you gonna do, mom? My mom on Facebook. I am going to show strangers a picture of you that is so ugly and then say, that's my special girl. Yeah, your special gremlin. Baby boomer voice. Kids today are too soft. I don't know how to do the voice. I'm just gonna make something up. In my day, we were emotionally abused by our parents and we repressed our trauma so deeply we incorporated that abuse into a toxic system of values that prized a mythological toughness at the expense of actually dealing with our pain. I feel like I just combined like 3 different accents and it just sounds like gibberish. Anyways, yeah, seriously, parents praise themselves for not abusing you as much as their own parents did. Do you hear yourself? You just admitted to abusing your kids. Parents, be yourself. Also parents. Also, don't dye your hair, no piercings, no tattoos. No, you're not wearing that. Get straight A's and be a perfect child. Oh, also be straight and a Christian. And never leave our hometown for the rest of your life. Okay? But be yourself. But not that way. My way. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, that's it. Go ahead, click the screen, watch another video, and subscribe. I'll see you later.